So today, I'm going to start. Today, I want to talk about how Mercury retrograde. Your day's good. Oh, perfect. I wanted to talk about how Mercury retrograde always tends to bring out the deeper truths, whether it's deeper truths within other people, secrets that have been kept, whether it's deeper truths within yourself, deeper truths about the environment you keep taking part in, whether it is like revealing the fakeness around you. Because I noticed that during Mercury retrograde, that's when people like fake friends are more revealed, people that are not really supporting you, or maybe that have been talking badly about you behind your back, are revealed. Sometimes it's even fakeness or things that you have been in denial about yourself, like the denial, like the fakeness that you've been telling yourself gets revealed, things like that. So these are the kind of things I want to talk about first, and then I wanted to talk about the cards that I see that come up the most when during Mercury retrograde. Excuse me. So, I think there's six of them. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, six. The six cards I see the most that come up in readings, whether it's for myself or for others, or cards of the day during Mercury retrograde. So I'll get to that in a minute. Hi. So yeah, during Mercury retrograde, retrogrades in general tend to bring out deeper truths, but in particular Mercury retrograde, I find that maybe the truths, especially when it comes to um, perception, or how people view us, or how you view yourself, or how you're viewing a relationship or something else, like the real hard truths get revealed. So during like Mercury retrograde, don't be shocked if all of a sudden like maybe somebody's acting differently towards you and it's making you feel away. But you're beginning to realize, like, man, is this what they really think about me? Is this how they really feel about me? Man, I didn't even know you thought that. Like, that kind of energy kind of comes up. Don't be too shocked if all of a sudden people start to unfollow, unfriend, block, become distant, things like that. And it's not because some, not for everybody, but it's not always because you did something necessarily. But often I find, like, during Mercury retrograde, the people that are fake in your life just start to get removed. Like, they just are removed, right? So maybe it's them all of a sudden out of nowhere removing themselves from your social media, or you having the urge to do that to them, like to remove them or block them or things like that. Or maybe all of a sudden they stop talking as much, or they further distance themselves. Or sometimes there's like a breakup, whether it's like a romantic breakup or a friendship breakup, things like that. But I noticed that, or maybe it's like a job, all of a sudden you lose your job, or an opportunity falls through, or things like that. All Don't be too shocked if those kinds of things happen around Mercury retrograde, because the things that are fake, false, or not for you are often removed, or come to light during Mercury retrograde. Like, those deeper harsh truths come to light. And often as well, the things that we still need to heal about ourselves and within ourselves, those tend to come out during Mercury retrograde as well. Like, the things that come up and bubble up, you're like, man, I thought I was over this, and then all of a sudden you're thinking about it again. It's because it's still in your subconscious and it still needs to be healed. So I just, in summary, just wanted to say with all of that, that Mercury retrograde tends to bring out the deeper truths about things, and it also can tend to reveal the fake about things as well. Then I also wanted to talk about the cards I see the most in readings during Mercury retrograde. Comment below if there's like certain cards that you see, or certain themes that you keep seeing during Mercury retrograde. So the first one that I see the most is the moon. Not just Mercury retrograde, any retrogrades I tend to see the moon, because the moon card to me often, like, The moon card to me often represents things going on with the planets, the stars, the cosmos, as above, so below energy. So I see the moon a lot. I see the moon a lot during Mercury retrograde. Um, and it brings about that energy of like reflection. It brings out the energy of things that need to be reflected upon. Again, the truths coming to light, the things that were hidden being revealed and coming to light from the subconscious, or that were just hidden from you. Secrets coming up, information that wasn't known before coming up. I see that the moon card a lot during Mercury retrograde. And often, yeah, when there's something going on within the cosmos in general, it comes up a lot. So that's one of the first ones I see the most in readings. And also with the moon, it's about like needing to trust your instincts, needing to remove the masks and see the truth behind it, the truth beyond the surface, the truth beyond the veil of things, the truth beyond the mask, the truth beyond the veil, and seeing clearly. That comes up a lot. The other one I see a lot during Mercury retrograde is the Tower. So unexpected things happening, whether it's unexpected realizations, unexpected truths coming out, unexpected falling out with people or situations, unexpected career changes, relationship changes, obviously like technology glitches, transportation troubles, delays, conversation hiccups, conversation misunderstandings. Like the Tower is another one of the cards I see a lot during Mercury retrograde, where it's just like kind of that, where is this coming from energy? And I did not see that coming kind of energy. Maybe you kind of felt it, but a little bit, but like it's like that shocking energy. The shocks aren't always terrible. Sometimes it's just simply annoying, or sometimes it's just a lot to take in. Sometimes it could even be good things, but the Tower card is one that I see a lot. It's often about like the things that maybe we have been ignoring, or not wanting to see, and now it's like, okay, now that this is hitting hard, pay attention, because this has to change, and it has to change now. Like you can't keep pushing it off anymore. Things need to change now. So the Tower card comes up a lot during Mercury retrograde. Another one is the Seven of Swords. So again, the energy of like maybe fakeness being revealed, like the mask coming off of other people. So you're seeing the truth about other people, whether it's their fakeness or things that they were not telling you, and now the truth is coming to light, or things that information you're just finding out. Sometimes Seven of Swords energy too, especially during Mercury retrograde, is like, again, looking backwards to the past again, like looking backwards to old relationships, looking backwards to old situations or thoughts that you thought you were over. Like it's again like looking backwards in the energy of like, okay, this situation, this thought, this person, this whatever it is makes me feel uncomfortable still. Why is it coming up again? Why am I feeling uncomfortable? Why am I having these feelings and these thoughts? So Seven of Swords is another one that comes up a lot. Also with like just trust issues too, whether it's you needing to trust yourself or your intuition about something, whether it's you needing to trust the changes that are happening, or trust that things will be okay, whether it's trust issues with other people coming out, or you, again, the energy of like people doing things behind your back, that gossipy kind of energy, that evil eye kind of energy, just like shadiness coming up too. People acting shady, or maybe it's you acting shady, whatever it is. But the Seven of Swords is another one that comes up a lot in readings during Mercury retrograde. It's kind of like, man, this again, like you're looking backwards like, man, I thought that was behind me, but here it is again, like that kind of an energy. Hi. Another one I see a lot during Mercury retrograde is Six of Cups. So this is that reconnection energy, the people coming out of the woodwork, the people from the past resurfacing, whether it's them actually resurfacing and like saying something to you, or you bumping into them, or them watching your social media, or whatever, or maybe it's like you just keep thinking about them. Maybe they're popping in your head and you haven't thought about them in a while, or maybe it's like dreams you're having, like they're in your dreams, because dreams, we can travel through different realms, and also people's spirits can communicate with us through dreams. So if someone isn't ready to talk to you in real life for whatever reason, sometimes we can visit each other in dreams. So Six of Cups comes up a lot during Mercury retrograde as well. It's like handle unfinished business. A lot of the time it may come up when during Mercury retrograde, when it's like family stuff is coming up again, or old relationship stuff, or even like nostalgia and like thinking back to happier times from your personal history or your childhood, things like that. That comes up a lot during Mercury retrograde as well. Also, hi. Comment below if you guys have any certain cards or themes that you see a lot during Mercury retrograde. Mute my water. Also, a need to lighten up and have fun is how I see this sometimes as well. Like, not to take the things that are going on, like take it as information to be learned and lessons, but at the same time, like, don't forget to enjoy life and to remember to play, remember to have fun, remember to connect with the loved ones in your life, things like that. A lot of that comes up with the Six of Cups energy during Mercury retrograde as well. And another one is the Justice card. So, can't get an old flame out my mind. Yep, good old Mercury retrograde. But usually when that comes up during Mercury retrograde, it's usually just what's the lesson you need to learn from it? Like, what do you think that you either were not getting from that relationship or situation, or that you feel like you still want from that kind of energy, that relationship or situation? Like, getting to the root of it, because usually it's a lesson, not necessarily because you're supposed to be with that person or anything like that, but there is something that there's still a healing there that needs to happen. And this is why, like, during Mercury retrograde, you get the people coming out of nowhere trying to reconnect. And so many times, I can't tell you how many times that people will come to me where it's like, oh, my ex is coming, like, just messaged me out of nowhere. What do they want? It's Mercury, you guys. They are trying to either heal something within themselves, maybe let something go, find closure. Maybe they're trying to create more peace. Maybe they just want to make sure that you don't hate them. Maybe they're just feeling all of their emotions in the moment. Like, they're in their feels of feeling like either lonely or needing to feel validated, and they just know that the door's open on your side there, and they just want some attention for the moment to feel good. Whatever it might be, like, this is what it's usually for healing. And then after Mercury goes direct again, guess what? They go ghost again. Not for everyone, but a lot of people this tends to happen. So it's like that, and not even just romance. It could be friends coming out of nowhere, things like that. So that's why I'm like, if someone's popping up from the past out of nowhere, is it Mercury retrograde or is it a retrograde going on? You know, because, yeah, that happens a lot. Do you like doing readings during Mercury retrograde? It can get a little frustrating sometimes, especially because I have to work with technology a lot, and Mercury retrograde can tend to cause like technology issues, or it's so do I like it? Yes, I still like it, because I like being able to teach people or help them to see the deeper, like, how Mercury retrograde can be to their benefit. You know what I mean? If you see the deeper reason, if you see the deeper truth in it, it can be to your benefit, which kind of goes along with the Justice card, which I was about to talk about next. I see the Justice card a lot come up in readings and during Mercury retrograde, and it's that energy of balance being restored if you make the right judgment call, if you have learned the lesson and don't repeat the same cycle as before. Because again, retrograde is to look backwards, and it's to reflect, because there's something still there that needs to be healed. So the Justice card comes up a lot when it comes to like a karmic cycle that's happening all over again. So it may not be with the exact same person or the exact same situation as before. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not, but sometimes it can be like a new person or a new situation that embodies that same feeling as something that you've experienced before. And it's a karmic cycle of something within you that still needs to be healed and released. So there's typically like a judgment call that needs to be made that's different from before, so that you can break the cycle, or the healing that needs to be made, or maybe there's just simply an energy cord that needs to be cut, you know, from a past life or from earlier on in that life, so that you can let that situation go. And so I see a lot of readings coming up where it's like these people are just repeating a karmic cycle and not realizing it, or dealing with a karmic relationship and not really realizing it. I mean, most soul connections are karmic anyway. Some are more positive than others. Like, not all karmic relationships are terrible, but often during Mercury retrograde, it's the ones that need to be healed or released or let go. So the Justice card is coming up a lot when it comes to like needing to make a choice, a judgment call when it comes to a karmic cycle, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job pattern, whether it's a mindset you have that you keep kind of doing to yourself, whether it's an old wound from childhood or family, or a cycle there that you do, whatever it is. It could be many things. So the Justice card definitely comes up a lot during Mercury retrograde in readings, and it's all about as well, like restoring balance. So maybe it's you choosing yourself this time instead of feeding into the same cycle as before, to restore balance for you and your life. Or, you know, maybe it's you walking away from something this time to restore balance into you and your life. Or maybe it's somebody finally apologizing, or maybe you're finally apologizing or something, to restore the balance and fairness in things. Or sometimes this comes up when like a wrong is being corrected, or a lot of the time during Mercury retrograde as well, like the feelings of like the people that have done you wrong, or it's seeming like other people who are doing negative or bad things are like the ones winning. That kind of can come up a lot during Mercury retrograde with the Justice card as well. So it's like wanting justice, demanding justice, wanting the universe to bring justice. And often it will, if you make the right judgment call and really do the inner reflection and shadow work in terms of like, what is the lesson here? Why does this theme keep coming up over and over and over? That comes up and happens a lot as well during Mercury retrograde. And the other one, the last one I have right now, that I see a lot during readings is the Hermit. And I like this one because this Hermit is like closing the laptop, like, I need a break from this, which is funny because during Mercury retrograde, like the technology acts crazy. So sometimes you just gotta shut it down and put it away and take a break for a little while so the glitches don't keep frustrating you. But the, excuse me. And if you're just joining in, hi, I'm just talking about the cards I see the most during readings during Mercury retrograde. And then also earlier I was talking about how Mercury retrograde brings out deeper truths and deeper truths that come to light, or maybe the fakeness that's around you being revealed, things like that. So comment below if you notice any certain themes that come up for you during Mercury retrograde, or certain cards that you see as well. But the next one is the Hermit, like I was saying. So during Mercury retrograde, it's also time again for self-reflection and introspection, like going within, taking time to self, taking time away from the distractions, or taking time to really reflect on the things that you are observing in your surroundings, to slow down, to pause before reacting, to sit with your emotions a little bit more before responding, to stop cyber stalking people, put it away, things like that. So like the Hermit card comes up a lot too in readings during Mercury retrograde as well. It's like, just focus on you. Just focus on you, please. Leave it alone. Focus on you. That comes up a lot as well. Everything you just showed us always comes up. Oh, yes. It's wild. So But yeah, that's what I wanted to hop on and share with you guys. I'm glad that like some of it is resonating, and hopefully if there's like somebody in your life who's like maybe they can't stop thinking about somebody from their past or some situation from their past that they can't seem to let go, like opportunity they missed, or something they feel like they were wronged about, you know, they probably need to see this. Or maybe it's you, maybe you're sitting over there wondering like, why is my ex all of a sudden talking to me? Why is this friend who we had a falling out coming out of nowhere? Why is this person all of a sudden unfollowing me and I didn't do anything to them? You know, why you know, why all of a sudden am I like not into this show or this music or this whatever it is anymore? Why am I all of a sudden not wanting to do certain things I wanted to do before that I used to like? It's because your perspective is changing. More truth is coming to light. The fakeness of certain people or situations are being revealed during Mercury retrograde, and the deeper things within yourself that have been hidden, and hidden information are coming to light as well. Also, with Mercury retrograde, as you'll notice within the collective, deeper truths coming to light, like certain truths coming to light, or patterns within the history of the collective, like they'll repeat in a certain way, history repeating itself, right? It's going to have a similar feeling in a way, but it may not be the exact same thing. But like I was saying, within the collective, history will repeat itself also during Mercury retrograde. So in many different ways, we are experiencing different forms of you know, you can't say this, you can't say that, different forms of people like separating separating from one another. So since that bees are wild, biatches are wildin'. I'm censoring myself because I'm gonna put it on YouTube. We know how YouTube is, you know. Can't say the real word. Yeah, people out here acting crazy. So we're noticing people like just pulling apart, you know, separating. That's another history repeating itself in a similar energy right now, but different from the past, if that makes sense. So it's like, this is your group, that is your group, this is your category, this is your category, things like that. Overthinking. Sosa says she notices overthinking. Yes, people definitely overthinking during Mercury retrograde. I can tend to be guilty of that myself, but working through it, getting better at it. Hi, Autumn. Anybody else noticing certain themes during Mercury retrogrades? But yeah, history repeating itself for sure. History, whether it's within the collective, whether it's within your own personal world, that happens a lot during Mercury retrograde. Yeah. If you're just joining in and you missed it, I probably won't be on too much longer. I'm gonna save it though. I'm gonna save it and put it up on the YouTubes, and if it's short enough for IGTV, I'll put it up there as well. But yeah, I'm gonna run. I have some orders. I will talk to you guys another time. I really, really appreciate you all. Thank you for joining the convo. Once it's up and posted, continue in the comments, continue in the conversation. I like to read them and so other people can see it too. Bye.